Hey guys, welcome to the Astral Thoughts podcast. Today is October 5th, 2020. Today on the podcast, I want to focus on astral projection and the science behind it, or how I think it all comes together and how it's able to happen. And so I'll basically just be talking about, you know, at what point I'm currently at and what I think I understand of it and what I'm stuck on. And once we reach that part, I hope you guys do join in the comment section and probably comment with what you guys think as well. So with that said, we can dive right in, and I'll just tell you guys a little short story about astral projection if you guys aren't too familiar with it. So astral projection is basically when you sleep at night, you meditate, or you don't have to really meditate. You basically do it every night when you sleep, but you can induce astral projection by meditating, and you reach this vibration stage. And when you reach that vibration stage, you're able to project your consciousness or an astral form of yourself. And once you're in that form, you're able to do all these things like fly, walk through walls. You can meet deceased loved ones. You can read people's minds. You can go into people's dreams as well. All right, so with that, I'm just going to give you guys a little short story about this guy named Giordano Bruno. Giordano Bruno, he was born in like the year 1548, and when he was like 30 years old, he had this dream, and in this dream, he was kind of like in something that kind of looked like a snow globe, and he was kind of like in that container, and he was looking up and saw the stars, and he walked to the edge of like that snow globe container thing, and he saw it was like a curtain. He put it back, and he saw like more stars, and then he felt like the ground beneath him started to fade away. He said that he started soaring into the sky, and started soaring to the point where he was like high up and he could see planets. And when he looked beneath him, he saw the sun, he saw the planets, and he saw that the planets were the ones revolving around the sun. And at that time, people believed that everything revolved around Earth. They were so full of themselves. But at that time, that's what they believed, though. And so when he woke up, he started telling everyone what he saw, and he started telling people that they were wrong. He started saying, Copernicus is right, that started saying that Copernicus was right about his idea that Earth revolved around the sun, and so did other planets, and no one took him seriously. But Bruno, he decided that he was gonna tell everyone what he thought, and so he did. And once he did that, people started to call him crazy. They started to ridicule him and everything. And he basically got excommunicated from religion. And one day he gets an invitation to do a lecture at Oxford in England, and he basically lectured about his beliefs and his ideas of the solar system and how it worked. And they all mocked him, and he was the laughing stock of Europe. And for some reason, he decided to go back to his hometown, Italy. And once he got back there, he was basically placed in solitary confinement for 8 years, simply because of what he believed. And once he got out of solitary confinement, he was basically put in front of a judge, and he had to basically denounce what he said. That was his only option. And he stuck to his guts and said, I cannot. He stuck to his guts and basically said, I can't change what I said because I know what I saw, and it's real, and this is what it is, and you guys just don't want to believe. So they can't believe he said that. So at that time, anytime you stood up against religion, you were put down. So basically, he was burned to the stake and he was killed. Sad part of the story, 10 years later, when Galileo looked through the telescope, basically Bruno was right, and Galileo saw that in the Milky Way that there were other stars, and basically there's other solar systems, and planets revolve around the sun or other stars. So that's just like a really sad story. But I bring that up because when I first saw that on the TV show called Cosmos with Neil Tyson, I saw it and I was just like, this dude literally astral projected and saw the solar system for what it really is, and he was able to confirm that with just his own ability, and people called him crazy and everything. And so that's like literally the power of astral projection. You can go travel and see these things. You can travel to other dimensions. You could like your only limitation is your own mind. So with that said, now we can dive into the science of it and how I think it works. And guys, please comment below if you can and let me know what you think, because I just don't want to hear or just have my thoughts. So think about this and bear with me, please. If you guys see an orange, like the fruit you eat, look at that orange. And if you zoomed in, like as much as you could see the molecules that make up that orange. And if you zoomed in more, you'd find the atoms that make up those molecules. And if you zoomed in more into those atoms, you would then find protons and electrons and neutrons. And if you zoomed in more, you could see inside the neutron, and inside the neutron is called a quark. And that's as far as science has gotten right now. What they know is like as small as what they know. So, but if you guys know about string theory, what string theory says is inside that quark, there's a string-like filament, string-like, kind of like on like strings on a violin or a guitar. And those filaments inside the quark is vibrating at a certain pattern or frequency. And now you zoom all the way back out and look at the orange. Now you basically see what makes up that orange. It's literally a vibration pattern or I can't even talk, or a frequency that makes up that orange. And we're no different from that orange. We're matter as well. We're made up of molecules. We're made up of atoms and the same protons and neutrons. We're just arranged differently. And so that means we're made up of the same quark. Sorry, I'm trying to find where I'm at, my notes. So we're made up of the same quarks that vibrate. Now that we mentioned the quark and how it vibrates, now we can step back and talk about astral projection again. So when you meditate, or right before you hit that, right before you astral project, you will reach this vibration stage. You'll feel your body vibrate really hard, like your whole body will vibrate, feeling like someone's shaking you, or there's like an earthquake or something. It's very scary at first, but that's what you'll experience. And so once you experience that, it changes your life, but at the same time, it's just this crazy thing. So with that said, the quark is vibrating. So what I believe inside you is all those quarks vibrating at this really high speed, which is like, so I'm wondering, is that what you're feeling when you reach the vibration stage? And the thing about molecules as well, the faster the molecules vibrate, the more space it generates between other molecules. And the more space there is, that's what changes the state of matter from, a solid to a gas or to a liquid. So what happens to a human if we start vibrating at a higher frequency? And I guess that's where I'm currently at right now, or where I'm stuck at. But what I'm thinking is that once we reach that vibration stage and we change the frequency within our body, what we're actually changing is the vibration frequency, or basically the speed of the quarks, of all the quarks within our body. And since it's vibrating so fast, I believe that all that energy that the quarks are generating, it can't be contained in our physical form. So basically, it's forced to produce this energy that can't be contained in our body. So basically, it's like basically producing our astral body in a way. So that's what I'm thinking. But the only issue I have with my theory, though, is like, so if it changes from, if when molecules vibrate, it faster, whatever, it changes the state of the matter from solid to liquid. So if that's the case with us, why wouldn't our physical body just change into that astral state as well? Like, why is our physical body still laying on the bed if that quartz transcends into a new type of energy? That's the issue I have. But yeah, that's where I'm currently at right now with what I think, or what I think is like my best understanding of how astral projection works. But yeah, next time you guys are meditating, and if you guys do reach that stage where you're vibrating, or if you guys ever experience sleep paralysis, you might wake up in the middle of the night and feel your body vibrating, which is that same stage. Just remember, it's just all the quarks in your body vibrating. But yeah, guys, that's the Astral Thoughts podcast for today. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, share it with friends of like mind, and I'd really appreciate that. But thank you guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Bye.